Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I was thinking to share with you a few thoughts on the importance of letting go of those traumatic events that we carry within ourselves throughout life, as it is important to hold on to an idea, a direction, especially in a time of adversity, so we can push through to have progress. At its opposite, in order to achieve that progress, we have to let go. We have to let go of these things that that trap our mind, that trap our consciousness, and how consciousness moves in this construct and what it can create further, what it can experience further. We all have these experiences that might seem unfair, horrible, unjust, absurd, ridiculous, whether it's a objective perspective on that. I mean, if that event it is like that, or it is subjective, it doesn't matter. What it matters is that now we actually become aware of those things inside ourselves that we carry within ourselves, because it's not just the event, it's the beliefs that we create, we put in place around those events, that actually those things dictate how we experience life from now on, what's possible, what's not possible. And usually these traumatic events say, okay, this is not possible. If I do this, then this happened. And this is not necessarily a bad thing, especially in a time when there is, well, darkness, and when you don't have that discernment yet to see another way out of those things, or to believe something better than that. So in a way those help, but momentarily. Now as we move out of those lower energy levels, and by low does not mean it's bad, it is what it is, and at some point, because there's not enough energy, more distortion is possible, distorted thought patterns that basically code the life experience. So that's why it is important to eliminate, first of all, to identify those experiences, and then you'll see that they have a lot of layers, and they're non-linear, and those beliefs are, as I said, they are put in place around that event, but then again they act, as I said, well, non-linear actually, and this is what's frustrating. And you think, like, how come that event or that thing around, well, that belief around that event is connected with this event now? And then you see that there's a pattern, that actually that thing is possible because of that belief that you put in place around that event. And that's why it's like, okay, why is this thing, it still keeps repeating in my life? Why do I encounter the same thing, situation? Well, it looks a little bit different, but essentially it is the same thing over and over. Is because, well, you allow for that to be able to be possible, actually, by holding a certain direction. As I said, holding a belief inside, it's not good or bad, it is what it is. But as we are coding life, as we are moving forward and we want to experience better, more expansive things, we have to become aware of those things that limit that. And these events, as I was saying, either we consider them like fair, unfair, unjust, whether that is an objective perspective or subjective, it doesn't matter. Actually, from a higher perspective, it might be something that it's not necessarily a test. It is something that you are put in a situation so you can come to a certain realization, and not necessarily to put in place negative beliefs on something, but you have to see for what it is, that situation. And as I said, I replied to you in the comments here, sometimes things are not how they seem, and you have to have patience to actually grasp the entirety of that situation, of that context, and be open. Even if you don't like it, you don't have to like it. You can even be angry at things, but just stay open so you grasp what you need to grasp. And when you do that, then it's like, okay, so that's what I'm supposed to see, that's what I'm supposed to get. And then it's easier to let go. And I already gave you a tool of like how to do that. Check out the video Cleaning Oneself for more information, in case you haven't watched that already. So yes, this is a very important part of the cleaning process. Letting those things inside ourselves unchecked, it's like letting them create further and further our life experience like that, especially now, that can only lead not just to mental, emotional blockages and also some unpleasant stuff in this area, but physically they create illness, to the point of death, to the point of the body's body cannot handle that much of distortion, that much of that type of information when there is a different energy. So that's why I really wanted to emphasize that the importance of letting go of these traumatic events, because we all experience those things. I experienced them. I even died, but not because I was bad, not because but it was part of my experience. I was supposed to do that. I know it sounds weird, but anyways, the idea here is that it doesn't matter what happened in your life, what kind of events you went through. Remember that this is the level of story, and you can change the story. But then again, don't run away from those unpleasant things. Just stay with them and learn what needs to be learned from that. And when you do that, you start to demolish all those walls that are put in place around certain things, and you start to have more power. You start to access real power that everyone has inside. Anyway, just a few thoughts. Yeah, that was it. See you next time. Ciao. Compassion towards how most people feel.